Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show. You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax and Addo on OK 101.7 FM. Best entertainment show. Hey. Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show. You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax and Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Good day. We are about in the middle of September. I can't cry na December. Oh, 7 September Chemi. At the auditorium of the University of Professional Studies in Accra, the National Democratic Congress launched the 2020 manifesto. Most of friend People's Manifesto. And it has to do with jobs, prosperity, and more. Almost the same manifesto, no? Almost was 6 key areas: fixing the economy, promoting human development, providing infrastructure for growth, providing decent jobs, ejuma, good governance and corruption, okay, and deepening international relations and foreign affairs, okay. Me, dear, hear me any creative arts, dear.
Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax and Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
So I'm going to discuss the NDC manifesto this morning. Ebi mu see manifesto no ye hollow and shallow. That's a she name brofo kwa. And see, let's see how it will go this morning. Miami Monday panel member. And mind you, Bulldog is not here as a member of the NDC this morning. I know the NDC or PPP debut or ha. Nanu ni ekia don coffee so you can have Bulldog wa ha. But from the NDC, we have their official spokespersons on creative arts. My own controversial brother Sadiq Abu 101 of 3 Music fame. Now Sadiq, we see on social media we know Sadiq has been worrying the MPP people. We didn't know say NDC no womusa so much me no post. Hey! I never knew. You just saw a floor member behind him. No. One day Sadiq will sit here and tell us that somebody should tell the president. Sadiq, welcome to my show.
Thank you. Hopefully we won't do that. We won't tell the president. The only thing we'll pass on to our president will be positive news and gratefulness.
Thank you for coming. I'm grateful.
Thank you
because I gave you an 11th hour notice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then apart from Sadiq,
see, that's why I'm your brother. You see.
Oh,
at
Sadiq,
at least I'm making a Now nobody needs to know.
No. So when I called Sadiq yesterday and he said, "Oh, Ali, it's a busy day for us. We are traveling outside Accra." But I'll drag the big man himself, the legendary Rex Omar, to join us in the discussion this morning. Ampara, he fulfilled his promise. Rex Omar is also in the studio. Uncle Rex, Mawakwaba.
Mejo Simini, name Pomte say.
Nyamidia che, Medasa se mumienu, Mana Misho, no say ne, mo babe trichemo. NDC manifesto, creative arts parts, no. Denny, womb. Bull!
Yes, sir, boss.
But you cried, why need you today?
I mean, yay! That's the proper response.
What is the story behind the yay?
No, it does his response. When you say Halifax, yay!
Bull!
Yes, sir.
Before I come into this matters, over the weekend, there was this issue. Nah, but I mean, Misankao is being flogged back and forth. But, bike, dear, the first one, I say free. what is this issue that your artist has pocketed some 2 million cedis from Exim Bank? He doesn't deserve it. Bro, what's up?
Good morning to our cherished listeners and yourself. I mean, Exim Bank Ghana Limited approached us a few weeks ago, and engage Shatawale to do a few things for Ghana, you know. So I'll say they channeled it through. They have an agency they are working with.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Exim Bank is responsible for exports.
Exactly.
Stuff. Exactly. So brand ambassadorial duties.
Okay.
And be made in Ghana products.
Exactly.
A variety of them. So I go back and forth. I mean, BBA the BSAC. You know, so we are starting to make a crack. I mean, they are here to actually launch it officially. I think it wouldn't have been out here to say they wanted to launch it properly now. And I think I think they've engaged Obi to say Ejako as well. You know, so Mikra Sikano Muboy and Mikra because me who saskano, me who check, me till who can, me nimbi bia I was saskani ho. Dear me minim say ye ejuma ama
Exim Bank.
Good, and we are not doing it for free, you know. But saskano muboy and there me who ye minty say umusanka ebia me bana catch me, but onusu humbo ombo who ebia because technically we have a team of lawyers and brokers that do some of these deals. Usually me manage brand, but won't say awesome. So we have offices for everything. This annual man me many said and share, you know. So
well, you know what my problem is. I feel sad for Shatta and maybe for the bank because you can't to say on one manosika undeserving.
There be $400,000 in SKBia. When I spoke to City, me catch them say, "Oh my, you lucky." Say, "Oh my, the fast." I am. You must be no you diplomatic. Into the bar, you be shoot him like $10 million.
Oh, sometimes I mean it's let's even assume without admitting saying crest somebody 2 million cedis. That's about $450,000-$500,000.
And yes, it could be.
But guys, it's last record label almost.
Thank you, Namu and Crash.
Let us mention the number of companies or more contract staff for brand ambassadorial work. And how much is charging them?
Look at it.
Moreover, one Exim Bank.
Yes.
They're on a campaign to produce, promote, purchase, and prosper. That's when they invest in the financing of Ghanaian products. The campaign is to produce it, promote it, let people purchase it for the country to prosper. Now, try to say all the various products Exim Bank will be pre-financing. Your boy will be promoting all those products. So you have a coffee juice here, something cassava there, something tomatoes here. If you were to charge one company per ambassadorial, how much would that be?
Thank you.
That is why I feel sad. Anyway, so maybe at the right time.
Yes.
Maybe at the right time.
A coffee juice alone could have paid the 2 million.
I mean, but Sadiq, is it not sad? We make it seem as if you sign ambassadorial deal with somebody. I mean, it's.
For me, I don't.
Me say a public accounts committee, you know, so you invite Shatta there. I'm sure they don't know.
Oh, ABI once in a year.
It is a Papa Bill. I saw
David. At best, they would invite the bank to explain.
Almost the save day. I say, oh, yeah, chum. Yeah, the papers be quite chum. ABI Juma no money any so. You know, most people in those places are ignorant about what we do as creative people. So ABI omuntiasia because
it can't be authentic.
Me who video crowd on City FM. One of the committee.
Pack Nibium. Come again. Now
Musu Adumosu. I didn't know far well last year.
Yeah, well last
I don't know how to correct any.
Well last year no am passe a copy or one of your documentaries for a little over 12 seconds.
Okay.
And yet, and it on say, NDC is a very big party, and there were different groups in and different groupings and then different sectors doing different things. And I'm sure say nipa na way editing no. Or you sue saa nnwom no without even knowing the implications. And then immediately na yɛte na no yɛn NDC we care about creatives and immediately na yɛ frɛ no say in fact yɛte no na yɛpɛ me hu how it was used.
Okay.
Because say a b na yɛ spinner because they na yɛ lunch no na yɛ nyina yɛ hɔ but me mante.
Okay.
And later I on social media I wanted to find out how it was used. And the song kra na yi omo ka ho asɛm so me friend manager Mauku na or sending nyom no bread. So you check here na say it was used a little over 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
In a documentary. Until you free omo you know must start kasa. E be hwe kwan e be fa so also.
And so far is there some mutual understanding? Is there peace?
As for peace there definitely obi afawade without your consent. What complaining? Nipa na frost. A mistake, man. Sheda say me. But the interest near more common. Yen can wasem. And I think say it is peace. Now it's I do baby negotiation. We see me say we see me to me nya. So you better try see bit me a solve problem no amicably. But at the end of the day, Ghana is a democracy. So it drew baby nanti ase ye juma. We sort things out. Nanti ase anye juma na say ye court so.
Oh, me sure Cynthia say be you.
I believe
when it was the posture of both. I've always said say I'm for negotiation more than litigation.
Yes, exactly. In fact, a friend say yes, starting negotiations no now. Me ma omo hu say friend say court should be the last resort because there was some court and no chance where they been. I mean look at me case he cry with joy that debaters. We've been in court for 5 years. Even though my winning case no crown so still in some cases so these are some of the things. So
and when you litigate it brings acrimony, bad blood. Exactly. I put it to you, a Jane, in
fact look maybe the end of crap no me court because and no unrespect me. Say omo friend me and I me friend omo say look more use me after 2 years of usage you. And I me ma me lawyer chro omo enfi me second time omo enfi me ma obi friend omo say come de me blah blah blah. That is how why oh yes.
I come the work so man.
Oh me say okay come and taste my witness of friend the two speaker. Because say look Rex no one more use now more yes mo don't interest na omo ka say oh come de na ope bibia de omo gibibi.
Really?
Wow. That is why I went to court. I believe pass say time I make approach you if they have called me and sat me down whatever. I mean nipa. But
yeah, because I know other instances you've settled behind closed doors.
Oh yes, a lot of times.
I mean I know several
a lot of times.
My can bulldog granity hey if I shouldn't go into but so it's
a lot of times.
Anyway, what's going on?
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show.
Inti Rexoma Sadiq any bulldog never had an pay. MPP4 no stay go so free omo si ombeba omo bao omo ambao me dem me show. I invited them to come and discuss the NDC manifesto. Say MPP4
I'm up 2 million ibi answer.
NDC MPP4 no wahan kana. Omo bisa questions, but let's see. Let's go.
Yeah, to say this week Exim Bank be from.
We need dive.
Mark this okay today.
We need dive.
Yeah, can.
Sadiq, let me start from you. Muslim manifesto no it asks 6 main areas: fixing the economy, promoting human development, providing infrastructure for growth, providing decent jobs, good. Where does the creative art fall? It falls under which of the 6?
It falls under creating wealth and then jobs. Creating wealth and then jobs. Here again, there's a reason why you're framing manifesto now as a people's manifesto. You're framing people's manifesto also because of the fact say, you conquer ho, and mobile komo and then took the feedback and in terms of what the various sectors of the economy needed to enable it. Into on the basis of that, we put together this manifesto. This manifesto was done. We merely facilitated it, but it was done, or this came from the people themselves.
So this is the voice of the people.
This is the voice of the people.
The voice of God.
The voice of God. Yes.
Bulldog, why they laugh?
I like the voice of God.
The voice of people is the voice of God.
So God has spoken.
Yeah, he will speak.
I see.
He will speak.
Nah.
By December 8th, we'll
Okay.
see God's direction on us.
I see. Yeah, the name say bano, political policies. We lump tourism, culture, and creative arts into one.
Aye.
But from September 7 on we inaugurate we Uncle Rex. They be a creative arts. They be a creative arts. And then more by you don't care about tourism and culture.
You will care very well about tourism and culture, and we care about any other sector. It's also very important. Here, within the last years, creatives, tourism and creative art have gone hand in hand. But and also from the feedback of industry, as may catch also we in People's Manifesto. The feedback of the industry was that because the tourism landscape is a bit more structured, they sort of have a lot of things going for them. We have tourism side now, apart from ministry, or more Ghana Tourism Authority, or more GTDC, or more Hotcat, or more Attic, or more Nyama Bibria, Oko GTA Mu Ankasankra. There were a lot of things more. And then beyond that, more private groupings, Ghana Hoteliers Association, catering, and then the association, all of that, they have a more structured landscape. It's easy as a matter of policy to enact things and do all the activities. But because we don't have a more structured space as it now. Now I say suffer. So on the basis of the feedback from industry, from the various interactions, one-on-ones, listening to all the radio interactions and everything, the general consensus was that for us, it may enable SAR industry, SAR space, we need to give it a new ministry so that as a matter of policy from the top, you can really begin to take actions and elevate the conversation on creative arts within the governance circles. A
new ministry says, Mobeti creative arts, a free tourism and culture, now on its own.
Yes, so tourism, creative and digital economy.
Sadek.
So it's all encompassing. It's a creative, cultural, digital economy put together. Tourism will also stand alone on its own.
Mebo.
Aye.
I thought it was under an NDC government now.
Yes.
You added creative arts to the ministry.
Yes, aye. 2013. Yes.
So that would be under John Mahama.
John Mahama. So NDC has always been that party that has always sought to elevate the creative arts. Into the first step in 2013 was to add it to tourism, as it were, so we can elevate the whole narrative within the.
So you've answered my second question. You read I was going to ask you that. Why didn't you just establish it on its own?
That was the first. So creative art and kasankasa coming into governance and friends and circles. It was something about just some few years ago. I decided to elevate. And Kano, the way the political parties have leveraged the art has always been for campaign purposes, and and also the entertainment value of campaign. So they will use the artists, the celebrities to drive that. But the difference with NDC, is that we are seeking to do it from a more impactful space beyond the front campaign. That's why a lot of thinking. And Craig Bemu says, when he starts, you would understand the thinking that have gone in creating the thing. So yes, we took the feedback, we thought about it, we digested it, and gave the same industry what that thing that speaks to the Omo aspirations and needs.
Uncle Rex,
Halifax.
we call this MPP side now. 4 years ago, 2016, they didn't just send 2 people to go and talk for them. They had a whole creative arts for change grouping. Omodosu here. So Chris Safo, Fred Mensa, Mako Kreku Mante, Wache, Weche, Omabo, Bebre. Na muni group ya ade nipa mienu pe na ombe kan sem no nyina. We thought say group will be a form of pressure grouper or be pushy creative arts agenda. But 2 people from the creative arts space here. Why the strategy?
Medasi NDC ye nema in more organized way. And the reason why I make us say NDC is groupings. Creative art groupings. But,
really?
Said the the fact say you group no just say obia be sorry na or kasa obia betumi akasa a market your party no a campaign all right, but when a bus ye kasa officially in relation to the People's Manifesto and this ye edipa mienu. In fact, say cry be miensa because of friends honorable Jifago machine so ababeka.
Ono your campaign no.
Yes, and you say your campaign no bit me dia fam.
Ono I see to go for Bible register anti. Omo so do me did our daddy anyway.
A friend is say so your groupings but they are well a friend say structured into you look tenant back on it. So it's like so you last kind of a friend is say Mr. Beautiful Numina Kumasi you were a lot of people. But you see, coming back to what you said now, 2016 no man Mokasa people and it wasn't official. Everybody was just talking. Just like the same, just like right now. I mean, MPP released your manifesto, no? Did they come out to tell you, say, these are the people who are speaking officially to our manifesto? No. So that is the difference between NDC and MPP.
Well, Etefobia, one thing I say, let me correct this. Rex Patre say, and you know, Cress or Modi or Munidom, or boarding Kakra, Mr. Sophagos, Money, John Domelo, no Gifative, or Money. Smartest my friend was saying, oh, Selassie Ibrahim, money. I'm also also ye. Any ya bulldoggy, any Ola Michael, money. I'm also ye. Yeah, don't call for nona. Entire also. So, I'm correct in summary 17 pointers for creative arts industry. Uboni tofa, the important Amusimbe Yama creative arts. Say, more winning about one.
Yo, me da wase say minua Sadik Dinkan kan no. Your manifesto, your friend the People's Manifesto ntini ye bisa no. The total creative industry no, including academia. Omunyina feel say creative economy no be eson. But then be Ghana ya kan na yakobo only music and film. It's not a nipa adwene even policy makers adwene na akwa bibi say limited into and yam kan we mo ho.
Okay.
Now sen ka obema me akwanya kakra. Matchre bibi kakra bi so that enkrofo ebehu the different sectors are form into the creative friends economy.
Permission granted.
Yes.
Flow.
In fact, ya chichem into 6 sub sectors.
Okay.
Chi bia be kan say ya chichem in sia. Na in sia no Dedika cultural and natural heritage. Over culture and natural heritage na museums eka ho. And I say we are see kon anim museum no so no virtual museums.
Okay.
Now about archaeological and historical places. Like sebe some of the areas in Ashanti region abon say almost e bia edua bi na a friend say okonfa no chifuru dua bi na ne nai bobo ho. There are so many friends say places like that in form part of it, and the cultural landscapes, and their natural heritage. All these things come under cultural and natural heritage. Then know about performance and celebration. Performing arts.
Okay.
Mommy drama ni acting ni sani man. Man about music. Man about festivals, fairs and feasts, event organizers and all those things, concerts and all that, and also back under performance and celebration.
Okay.
Now, what about visual arts and craft? And under it, you know, unya fine arts, ye painting ne mano nya photography, no about crafts, ye sculptures ne man, nyina ka ho. And so no about books and press. Books under books and press, your books and e-books, newspapers and magazine, other printed matter, library and also virtual libraries. And then you come to book fairs. That is under book and press. And so now about audiovisual and interactive media. Under it, you know, your films, sinicha for any video for, and your television and radio, including internet live streaming. Say, you're to radio station, but you are still streaming live.
Live on Facebook.
And your internet podcasting. And your video games. Develop video games, including online video games. Right now, online video games has become a multi-billion-dollar business.
True.
Then, the last one, design and creative services. Ahano, yehu fashion designers, graphic designers, interior designers, landscape designers, architectural services, including advertising services. So you see how huge this
The
creative
digital,
industry is. Now the way we are say we say most of these creative works has some synergy with digitization. Because they say even films are Netflix.
That's true.
Different platforms near the distributed films. Music and so the same thing. Right now people have even started doing virtual concerts. So yeah, people's manifesto no a kind a futuristic. Yem pese ye be ye bibi na achire ye kase oh adana yamfa we ni we anka ho. Enu ntina ye propose you say we need a stand-alone ministry that will take care of these things. Now, I create jobs ama a lot of the youth. Right now, Ghana had a bear now what I say about policy. Yeah, about digitization in terms of job creation. And kwalankitin be millennials no. So no more kasa. They don't care about governance and politics. But some of you say a child major. Because the way we are saying, people are thinking of coding. People are thinking of creating apps. People are thinking of creating video games. Looking at different ways, the way we are saying, they are global in their perspective. Yes, we are that's so kind of cocoa, na timber, na whatever. Now I'm giving a simple example. Look at friends, Facebook alone. Mark Zuckerberg. The money he's controlling. Can we sit here and say cocoa my kanana? No. So a we are saying is going towards human creativity. Nipa adwene ade nipa adwene etumedeba. Etino Ghana must look into the future to create a standalone ministry with people who understand these areas so as to be able to harness and create jobs for our teeming youth and women. There's a research. I try to say world over this creative economy create employment my youth and women more than any sector. Now, my typical example, 2015, in North America alone, Sika creative economy in the Maomo was 620 billion.
Wow.
A creative jobs, 4.7 million. And then, in relation to their GDP, it was 3.3%. This is what we are talking about. If Oko Europa, 2015, a creative jobs, 700, a creative Sika, 709 billion. A creative jobs, 7.7 million jobs. And to their GDP, it was 3%. Now, over places like Latin America and the Caribbean, a creative jobs, a creative Sika, 124 billion, 1.9 million jobs, and 2.2% in relation to their GDP. Now, over Africa, the whole of Africa and Middle East, we got only 58 billion, 1.1% to the GDP, and 2.4 million jobs.
Wow.
It tells you, say, there is a lot to be done. And Ghana, as we became independent, we first a sub-Saharan African country to get our independence, we should look into the future. Right now, this African continental market here, creating head office for Ghana. Are we going to sit down and just be happy? Oh, we have the head office in Ghana. How are we getting our teaming youth, our creatives not prepared to create cultural content and products so as to be able to export?
Well, nobody would debate say it's becoming a digital world.
Yes.
Nobody would. Even music, Uncle Rex.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you don't go digital these days,
forget it.
The other time when they could tell me about codes.
Exactly.
Working code, recording code, wine. I know nobody would debate it. But the question is, how do we get there?
And this Yashas, we are going to create a standalone ministry that will be called Ministry of Creative and Digital Economy. In fact, me sure some of the culture crab come. So that
Ministry of Creative
creative and culture and digital economy. As for the name, Mpanyinfo will name it, but there's going to be a standalone ministry for this sector. Very, very important. So as to be able to look. But to quite much that to quite Ghana for your cultural centers are deteriorating. All the technocrats now near one come take the cultural administration as you know. Now people go to school, they don't care because it's like you're neglecting this sector. Meanwhile, we are developing country, you see, you're creating jobs. So NDC, your manifesto, it's all about jobs. And if we want to create jobs, this is the best place.
Let's go straight to your manifesto. I don't know if you pick it or Sadiq could pick it. I believe it's sector 6.12.3 that talks about creative arts. No, this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Q, Q. Dear he creative jobs are okay. Dear he never digital space no. According to him, I'm okay.
Okay, so
which of these points?
In creating jobs, you'll be a friend of creating wealth. Creating wealth, obviously, before to make creative jobs, you need to be able to assess capital. That would you are shade say, then you would employ people.
Okay.
And also say, if you're already in the business now, right, your business needs to be enhanced. Send your way to me any more. Or creative wealth and then more. Often it leads to you trying to expand. In expanding, no, and that's jobs. Every business be in through austerity, through problems. What do? They lay off people. The companies or the organizations were not making money. In this case, were not creating wealth. What did? They laid people off because there was no enough money to contain more expenditure. So that's why our processes is basically on the basis of first and foremost creating the wealth, so that the wealth will get these organizations and these individuals to employ more people. Now, this is how we intend to create wealth.
How?
Before you be free government, we passed a bill called the Film Development and Classification Bill. The whole idea of it was that the Film Development and Classification Bill was supposed to birth a dear friend of National Film Authority.
Okay.
Film Authority also bar in the ways the laws was designed. Say also the National Film Fund and also bar. We believed at the times before we left government, say this particular offense could save a lot of the problems our film industry facing. Today, film industry, they are mostly down also because of the fact that they don't have enough money to produce. Last year, they be a car same way. There will be a friend of Peter Sodifia. Peter Sodifia spent 60 to 70 days producing a particular movie. I'm a friend saying, Maybe title. He produced it. When he was on set for 60 days, he had directors of photography, he had cameramen, he had lightmen, he had the entirety of the crew. Obia no ye makeup, Obia no ye design, set design. The
value chain.
Actors no be Obia or hobby. For the 60 days that were there, it's provided them a certain level of employment. So what I say, he's gone to market to try to make money on the movie. Now you can imagine, say, if the Sedifia had access to a funder that will enable him to create 3 movies in a year, what has that done? So that camera guy I will employ one time in a year, you would have employed him 3 times in a year.
That will be 6 months.
Exactly. So if you have a number of Itasidifias within the space, right, almost having the same access to that funding, what have you done? You've created value. This value will create wealth and they would engage more people. And in so doing, you would have a more vibrant industry. Kumasi, Agenda 57 for your more campaigning my MPP to come to power. For the past 4 years, be brain producing.
Because Sikano.
Exactly. Sikano, and because you see, the more is why they are not able to produce is that the distribution lines of film, assasa, Enkano, when you produce, Oko theater, no way DVD. Now, what on you make your money? They say DVD in a form. So now the way you make your money is that apart from the cinemas, you go online. So online is they have a certain quality and standard or threshold where you have to meet. So that quality standard, you need the money to be able to produce up to the quality. Netflix will sign up your movie, pay you money or create the avenue for you to make more money. If your film fund, if for the past 4 years, we passed the bill. If we were in government, we would have made the film fund operational, would have funded the National Film Authority for us to continue to empower the space. For the past 4 years, what have they done to it? You say, office one. Film fund in Ewa. In Penny for Ghana movie munias in the Uncle Kwan Samunina, Now I've always spoken about the fact that film fund has to be operational. It's not there. So one of the ways is that when we come to power, passes our bill and the law. So we'll make sure say the film authority is fully operational and you have it's not just appointing officers.
Someone na mo pass ya, I then am establish film fund.
So you lose power. You lose power. We passed the bill, we lost power. And our power would have made it fully operational in the ways the law prescribed it.
Film
but beyond that,
and
earlier now we Exim Bank. You create Exim Bank. One of the things I know Exim Bank and AMI was to add value to exportable products, including creative products.
That's actually the main
thing. Now, creative product and Neno have assumed exportable status. Can take a creative product.
That's true.
Exportable. Music.
In fact, you watch those foreign guys and they are wearing
yes.
Exactly.
And that's Bulldog Etia say no Shatawali. Or Chani Numa, not the two YouTube, the two Spotify, the two friends. What has he done? Exportable.
And let me give simple example. A lot of people in Ghana don't know say what the onyom to a friend say YouTube, all these digital platforms now. Yes. There is a promotional aspect element of it.
Country.
Creation aspect of it. And just how don't to know who know. The algorithms, you need to promote it, put money behind it before people can see it.
Exactly.
And all these things are areas Ghana you neglected.
And that's what the Exim Bank should be.
No. Some model be about and because I work with one of the FSN on that. Almost friend artists and label service and they do advance fees. The traditional label system no assessor. So now you have what you call big aggregators, to say Platoon and Co. Artists which are friends maybe Shatawale which you can advance on the basis of only EP and you can advance Shatawale Jisikawi. Let's sign a deal on the song. So when you sign the deal on the song now, Sikano Wono, we would use that ODB video, ODB bear some promotional whatever. So our platform no aggregators also bear promotion. And so doing they would get more streams and as it were make so more money. So is Exim Bank create to be able to do these things, For 4 years, I'll buy you. Remember, okay, say last year October, our current Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts, as of February 2020, our fund, which we created, they will avail it to industry for industry to assess.
That's true.
Have they made the fund available?
No.
So that's why we are saying, that is how, and these things are practicable. You're passing laws did our Halifax. That's why one reason why I said to you that we understand what industry needs. We pass all these things and put it down one car. By now, if we're still in power, all these things will have become operational and enhanced and created value for the space. But for the past 4 years, nothing has been done. So we are saying, on the basis of what we've done with these things, bring us back again. When we come back, film industry will personalize all these things to us it where give you more money to create more value and create more jobs.
See more manifesto no. It is just a repetition of the same things.
No, it's not. This is
for instance, almost see when you pick E for instance, manifesto point E, pass the Creative Arts Bill into law and implement it to promote the development of the industry. Bill. Then when you go to K, provide seed money for the creation of a special fund for artists, including aged and needy creative artists.
And you're more welfare related. They are different.
Fund is fund. Either is because the question is that once you pass the Creative Arts Bill into law,
hold on. Every fund has a speciality and what it does. Okay, in manifesto, we're creating a number of a pension fund scheme is different from a health funding scheme.
Are you saying that the Creative Arts Fund caters for only production?
Exactly.
Yes.
Because hold on, Mami Chiro Bibi. Creative Arts Fund is supposed to be a revolving fund for production. It's not free. You pay back. The only thing is that the universal or commercial banking system that is why these funds are necessary. It becomes a revolving fund. You take the money with a project, you go and do the project, you sell, you pay back so that other people can access.
That is for the Creative Arts Fund.
That's for Creative Arts Fund. We started it. We muted the idea. In fact, article draft we started the draft. What I say, draft up to now, I'm passing and out. Etirama Creative Council na ɛwɔ hɔ no entumi nyɛ effective because there's no legal backing to it. What you say. So when the bill is passed and it's regulated, it comes with a fund, and this fund on change fund is purposely for production so that it will help to grow that industry.
Why explain here? No, na Kenu provide seed money for the creation of a special fund for artists, including aged and needy creative artists.
What we say? So we no will be a friend say programs for the ministry, because already no Ghana is going to NDC is going to say about power. We're going to create a pension scheme for the informal sector. And we will rope all the creative people or the creative economy practitioners into the informal sector. We say a special welfare fund, a welfare fund.
Okay, so it is different from the production fund.
It's a different one. And
let us
say grants is different from loans.
Let us go to D. Set up a system of legal aid for creative artists to help fight creative intellectual theft and plagiarism by others. There are two things involved.
Yeah, very, very important. Very, very important. You know why?
Is it not the same creative arts court we must
No. Okay, let me give you a simple example.
There are courts already. Sorry, let me just. Listen, there are courts already. Courts is here in Konya, magistrates. What you say? Now, you need lawyers, who will even defend or understand some of these things.
They will be trained.
Whether they'll be trained or not, we are saying that we'll have legal backing for people that this is a anchor rest, because almost come back creative court. As if say a novelty. Anchor rest went to court on same issues.
But one court specialized court.
And he had to go with his own money. Your power. Anchor rest legal support.
Boo. This thing you have to say legal aid. There's
difference
between legal aid and this one.
Legal aid exists at Attorney General Hosea. It provides legal aid for a lot of people across different, particularly a lot of this has been certain more criminal offenses and those people that can afford. And also, right? There's a certain emphasis more on women and children and human rights affairs.
It's true.
But even that one is overstretched. As I say, they are not.
They are more biased towards
women, children, human
violence, domestic violence.
They are overstretched. But this is what we are saying. Uncle Rexoma, if you also a young artist, and only joy that the Omunya and Semina, for instance, he may not be able to afford a lawyer. And lawyer consultants in Kwa alone, one Jew crowd 2,000 cities. One consultant to say, oh. I say the team, initial direction 2,000 cities. So and it's become a barrier. So what we are trying to do is to set up a legal aid system. Immediately, they may not only advise you on litigation matters, but can advise you and provide you counsel even on contracts. I mean, Obia send you a contract, he wants to give you an advance and everything. You don't know what to do. You are a friend saying young artist, you don't understand all this. You don't have the benefit of a bulldog in your corner. What do? You don't have access to Sadiq. It's a legal system that you go to say, oh, please provide me a certain direction on ABC. And my honeymoon will be framing. Young producer, he said to me that, Chief, somebody tagged me on social media, say, he's trying to sample a song. How does he go about it? And he'll be tagging and say he should speak to me. Or framing, one of the things I did as well was also called Uncle Rex. I said, Uncle Rex, say he wants to sample. I have an idea about it. But when the difference here is that it's a foreign song, how do we go about it? He gave me the direction. So you can imagine that direction, that young person, he wanted to do better. If he had he had copied a sample the song and he wanted to put it down, he would have destroyed it. He won't make any money from it because he will be flagged down. But look at the process. By coming to me, by me going to Uncle Rex, and by giving him the much needed advice, we've saved him a lot of
time. How many people?
This is what I think you need to point out. And you said it. What you are saying is that
instead of asking them questions, you are supposed to be.
Very, very. I'm convinced.
But you are a bandit.
And then me a table and chair because what he's saying, when we are in office, there will be an office that you can actually walk there and just say exactly. Any ambiguous, there are a lot of questions we get.
I have ABC. I have this. I have that. I need advice here. Look, I do it every time for a lot of the young people.
My brother, even some of us ask Abraham.
A big experienced artist, he just showed me and said to me that, oh, Chief, what's the difference between licensing revenue and these things?
See that thing?
Fortunately for me, apart from having to or being in school to study IP, because I work more also in the digital space, I understand these things. But you can imagine other people who do not have the benefit of these things. So if there's an identified office where you can go.
Okay, so that is what they will be doing.
Yeah, but very important because industry needs to grow on some of these legalities and understanding.
My politics into chain.
Okay.
You see, it's one mistake we all do.
Yes.
I also do documentaries for people, and I pick songs.
Yes.
Just like the
one. Yes.
But we feel say so it's well, if you have something but I would always call Abraham, Captain Abraham. Say Capito. Yes. How do I go about this?
Because you know somebody to call.
How many people know? Nobody is born an authority on intellectual issues.
No.
And it's not taught in
Obi nim say your or Captain Obi need the benefit of a Captain Abraham or Bulldog
or a Sadiq or something.
So if there's a legal aid system, then they can go for these things and enhances them. I think they be in the industry. They be to say when you in your contract assem, record label when you in your assem, manager we so grateful and everything. And that's the more reason why catch out say this is the people's manifesto.
When you intimidate people's manifesto, when the people were talking to you, the people didn't tell you also need large, ultra-modern sized performance spaces, theaters.
Let me tell you, I mean, when you go under our infrastructural development, which is the big push.
Okay.
See, anything that has to do with infrastructural development, under the big push.
Oh, okay.
That is why you did not even see
all industries.
For all industries. That's why you didn't even see the NAFTI one didn't appear here.
Okay.
Because we are going to upgrade NAFTI into a fully fledged multimedia university by merging GIJ and then Institute of Languages. We'll have campuses in Kumasi, Accra, and Tamale. And our approach to this so-called big studios, we intend to do top-class studios in the university campuses. So it becomes a teaching studio. So, for example, Kolebu is a teaching hospital, right?
That's true.
Doctors go there for education, but it's still open to the general public.
Yeah.
The same way. So NAFTI will be having big, big studios, audio, video, ultra-modern, and then all these friends say lighting technology or whatever.
And audio acoustics.
Exactly.
Yes.
So all these things will be used for teaching purposes, while at the same time open commercial purposes, so that the money that they get from the commercialization will help maintain it and keep it going.
And they will be situated in the campuses?
In the campuses.
Yes.
And you are looking about how many seater?
I just want to chip in this. Unlike the NPP, Omuni Ajina, like Nimdiana, almost they want to do standalone studios because any Juma like
do not want it.
Today you will run stuff on laptops. Hey, Papa, no about.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax and Addo on OK 101.7
Sama bi apie ha. Ya bon command studio ya. E jana sisiwa.
Alba mami sana samansa. Meti say.
Meba mami bo nyumbe manu ansa. Boss I ready.
Mama fa. You are Halifax and OK 101.7
That is how welcome to Chris Safo to the studio this morning. I didn't know one no. No. Ono aba.
Halifax.
Yay.
Obi anyum for score somebody tell the president. Or he may say come back to me. But me say so kasem. It is say na mo pay access to some of the Exim Bank 2 million before you start to work again. Now has it been made available to you that necessitated your comeback now?
Oh, Halifax.
Yay.
Mamenchia.
Meji also.
First and foremost, Mamenchia Otiko Afisa Jaba.
OJ also.
Yeah. Yeah. Otiko.
Na Safo Boko Odie.
Oh, Bibia Boko. Bibia.
Sir.
Oh, Bibia.
Okay, Ubebim.
Yeah.
Bulldog.
Yes, sir.
I was asking Rex, say, na manifest theater, and I see what theaters won, but it was under infrastructure, the
Yes.
big push. Into whether it's
101.7.
and that once it's about infrastructure, whether it's for a hospital or it's for the creative
Yeah,
arts
was
or it's
under
for
a
a
big
market,
push, you know. Yes.
it goes under the big push. And he explains, so concept no cramp, they are not just going to do theater for commercial purposes. It will be learning theaters. And normal example, just like you go to the School of Performing Arts, you go to the College Physician Hospital, always that. You see, where the doctors learn is still open to the public.
Yes.
To do their medical whatnot. And see, then you also come in and say standalone theaters are not necessary.
Maybe. Me can't say any necessary.
Okay,
See, man can't theaters, but me can studios.
Okay.
But
Okay. I mean, we were on the theater.
yes,
No,
there
the
be
studios.
studios. But you theaters.
Oh, okay.
Theaters there who here stand alone.
Okay.
Be able to miyako.
Thanks for the clarification,
yes,
because
yes,
I would have
studios.
just thought so.
Yes, studios. Unse NA technology amanyoma aye easier. Listen, I think somewhere 2 weeks ago, na me shatter din komo. Yeah, and on his phone, okuta software. Or the bet to my beats, or you are bet to my record it on the phone. No, long time okuta ni laptop ni BBI traveler, but this time it is on the phone.
Yeah.
BBC said, listen, I know about recording. Usually when you are recording, you have like a foam, a blocky.
Outside sounding.
Look, the guy went into the software and showed me what you can record in a windy place, and the thing will not pick it. This is where technology is taking us. So somebody experienced like Okreku Mante, but now no catch yes, say obesi studio or baby. You look through the guy and say, this guy is.
And Halifax,
let
let
me
me just chip in why this is important. Okay? We've always made the point, say, ultimately developing any industry without NIMDIE and I mean the thought leadership and the scholarship part of it. So what I say. So yeah, you know, rather than building, the more reason why we say this is a people manifesto is that we listen to the people. When we realized the industry said that, oh, we didn't need the studios, but we are better off. These are professionals. We said, okay, fine. Why don't you bring it under the academic institutions, you know, so that the next batch of industrial leaders and professionals, you know, you use it to train them and train them properly in the ways that modern creative arts training should be like. And you know, we decided to put it under NAFTI. But in NAFTI's case, you know, we are looking to upgrade NAFTI. NAFTI is just a stance.
Upgrade is NAFTI not a university on its own now?
A semi-autonomous under University
Hold
of
on.
Ghana.
Is it a university?
Yes, it's a tertiary institution.
Good. If it's a university, so you are upgrading it to a full-fledged university.
So listen to me. You upgrade it to fully fledged university in the ways that it becomes
Stand on
autonomous,
its own,
stand on
yes.
its own one.
Do you know what will
Expand
change?
the scope.
Do you know what will change?
What
The
will
paper.
change? No.
The name on the
No,
certificate.
There's a reason why it's captured under manifesto, under big push. Every year and every time when some governments come and say, oh, we'll do ABCD, often they just change the name. So no, and now they give them the accent to say, oh, you're autonomous. So now you're GIJ. But the more reason why it's under big push is that it's going to come with that massive infrastructural changes.
Specifically what and what?
The sound stages. There will be different sound stages. Okay, the massive sound stages, the audiovisual studios, the whole studios for the lighting techniques, pretty much anything that will make a modern film academy.
So what you are going to do is to get a modern studio that has modern
lecture
lights,
rooms, halls,
and then you make it start to issue its own certificate.
And this won't
That's
send
what you mean.
this universities. And this we have a record of building universities. Won't send anybody university. Won't so many universities here. We planned it, found the money for it. When you saw it, Obi say, wow. You saw University of Natural Resources, it was Sunyani. Oh, you saw UHAS, University of Health and Allied Sciences. It was a big compound, broad structured infrastructure and everything.
You see,
that's the same thing we want to do.
Maminka be benched so that Halifax will understand. MPP has never built any public university, so they can't understand where we're going.
They've not built a single one.
Look, let me tell you.
History.
Let me tell you something.
And hospital.
They've upgraded the polytechnics into
upgrade.
universities.
You see,
Upgrade.
look, your friend
The
is saying,
upgrade, it wasn't from them, Halifax. taking it to becoming technical universities came from us. And
Are
it
you
came
sure?
with yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Are we forgetting?
It's Google. Just Google it immediately.
So the whole situation is, you see, when MPP talks about film village, people can you don't know, say
Just
a film village
studio
can be
campus.
built as a university campus,
Good.
a whole university campus, huge place. You can act there, you can do
Yes,
whatever
yes.
there. It's a film village, but it's a teaching school.
This guy has a model. What's his name? The American
The
guy.
American guy,
He
yes.
just
Tyler
got-
Perry.
Tyler Perry has
a
one.
model.
No,
So
Manchester University. Go to Manchester University.
that is
Look
the
at the
way we are
campus.
looking at it. What you see, the fact that we're friend film village does not mean anything. The most important thing is how you design it,
The
how you
studios.
design the studio so that it can be used for like the standard. Anybody anywhere in the world can come here and use it.
And now, if there's a question everybody keeps asking, say, this infrastructure thing, brilliant. We like it. How are you going to go about it? And then we tell them, say, look, between 2013 to 2016, said infrastructure project in 10 billion. That's what we want to do. For
Yeah, big push, and it's 10 billion.
Between 2013 to 2016, when we said the total infrastructure investment a year was $6 billion. $6 billion
You can see them.
within. And we didn't borrow as much as the NPP is borrowing today.
that you borrowed.
We borrowed, of course, but today, it's four times.
We have
the
never
our
had
borrowing.
problems borrowing.
Yes,
This
we never-
is
only
the
have
government who
problem
says they won't borrow and
Don't
they
borrow.
over borrowed.
And we only had one oil field, Halifax. In
Thank
terms
you.
of a public expenditure, also, no, it was a quarter of what the NPP is spending today. But look at the infrastructure things we did that they don't have. Into we know.
Let's come back to my let's come back to my manifesto. When I read your manifesto,
Halifax, I beg, before you just come in. You
Hey,
see,
hold on, anywhere near
Patrol,
you.
there be unse, we have a lot of resource people.
Uh-huh.
Opiti says Socrates. Listen, if Socrates dies today, do you know what we've missed?
Hey, Charlie, don't even.
We have useless the man. This man could be teaching. See, some facilities now. I see about you know. These are the people who will go there and
Zamalet.
lecture. Yes, Zamalet appear to yourself. Sadiq, look, we have resources. Shasena, Socrates nam, Ombuna Kakotina, South Office or everyone say.
the office fear be not information on culture.
Blood job, ground, and you be
Hey, minister, Sadiq, any Sadiq, any Rex. Now, maybe some last one, then I bring in Safo.
Yes.
When I read all these things, resource nationally recognized creative art, strengthen, resource the national museums. Second one.
Okay.
I don't know yet catch
And
that
make sure.
No, more kind infrastructure.
Look, Mami Kasem Shro.
Second one.
Sika no. Yan kasankasa NDC no. Terminal 3 na wo ho no. Yes. Airport, yes.
Find the money.
We founded the money.
Almost say so to
Oh, massa. But it is not. We not burden it on the national debt. What
Find
you
innovative ways
we
of doing
find
it.
innovative ways to do some of these things. It is kind of there. If you have a project that can stand on its own and pay for itself, monies will always be available. We borrowed 6 billion, invested in infrastructure. Now we are talking about big push of 10 billion. And Professor Mbenye scan we Akufo-Addo na buying I borrow 120 billion cedis. That translates into $20 billion. Show me a single infrastructure which we do say way and no more.
toilet facilities.
Pokwasi, Amasaman,
Don't go there.
Tamale, overhead.
Tamale don't move far. Halifax, quickly, let me say something to you. See, in terms of funding these things, we've showed you in a particular way. I told you how we created the Exim Bank, for instance, and how we left a particular money for someone to enable some of these things. MPP buy catch and say, they will add 10 million to Exim Bank. No. They didn't add. They came to use some of it to do one factory. That's fine. But what we are saying is that we know, say, in the ways we created it, there's funds there to be able to add value to industry in this particular way. The MPP themselves, last year in October, they promised us by 2020, that same Exim Bank we created, we left funds for which we are talking about today, will fall back on some of them to do. No? They said they were going to float some of the funds for February 2024 or more fencing for industry to access it, which has not been accessible. They've given Shatawale 2 million cedis. the indication that sends to all of us, which he deserves, but the indication that serves is that there is more money. There's more money to be given to most other creative people in the industry as well. So we are saying that, and we know there's more money, but beyond that, Halifax, you see, there's a part of the people in the creative economy, for instance, who just needs boostings.
Where boostings means what exactly?
Fashion and dressmakers for
carvers, weavers.
When you hear Fashion and Dressmakers Association of Ghana, there are more than 50,000 members in Ghana.
So what sort of boosting are you talking about?
Yes, okay. So this is why. Some of them, they pay some bit of tolls and taxes and
various
everything,
associations,
which they need to be able to put back in their business. We have said we are going to provide small and medium enterprises with the tax exemptions to boost business and create more jobs. So you see, some of them, they just need the necessary tax exemptions. They just need the necessary trainings. They just need the necessary for them to be able to access some small scale loans here and there to be able to build their business.
Is it not the same? It's not the same 50 million those government says they are giving to creative arts.
Halifax,
let
me say something to you that you don't know. When this government says that anytime they say we've given this money to this and that,
no, they said they will give.
No, if they say they will promise. Wait. If they say they will give, check within industry. So they've been announcing money. Some almost about $9 million. Can I buy from World Bank now? They are distributing Tourism Development Fund. $9 million. How much they will distribute? Speak to all industry members. Talk to FIPAC. Talk to AAG4. Talk to GIBA. Talk to all their friends. And Socrates is sitting here also as a member of industry. He should point to me one person from any sector of the defense that will say that we got one CD from this government.
Almost see
from that particular fund.
Almost see almost feel forms no. Wow. In the African penny for no share forms.
That money has been disbursed already. Let me tell you something that you don't know. When I was with Mark. No, I was with Mark. Let me show you. $600 million was made available to MBSSI with the MasterCard Foundation for COVID relief, what, and was supposed to have been distributed. The Minister of Finance went to sit in Parliament and said, "Oh, Mark Creative has for 50 million and then. They thought they had some new money, so with their minister, hey, so we've got some new money. Call the meeting with industry people. Say, oh, and we are going to do A, B, C, D, and everything. 3 days after, I was on the show with Mark. Mark said, oh, and new money. But essentially, what he means is that 600 million, which MBSSI is supposed to disburse and they've applied for more from government. The government rather was telling the MBSSI, say, 50 million fee. But MBSSI, for in terms of small scale and everything, they were going to go ahead to distribute it, and then so it became difficult for them, out of pressure, and to manage it. Right? They got the industry people to come and apply. I'm banning our master some blackmail on government, to tell them say, oh, and then because the whole idea of it is that they want to be able to blackmail the government, so the government will realize, say, Charlie, 50 million. Let's find some few people in the industry. They can make noise. Then for more, we get them pressing.
We are 84 days. We are 84 days to election.
For 4 years.
Better late than never.
Miracle films.
And creative art course no crowd.
In the last 4 years,
by October now.
She produced a single movie. In the
last 4 years.
Why?
Well, so I've been talking to Safo. So I've been talking to Sadiq and Rexoma, spokespersons for creative arts for the NDC manifesto. Any bulldog, Miami, regular. What's it?
What capacity? Industry person. So not in his official MPP as an MPP spokesperson. So the president hasn't heard him yet.
Safo,
Uncle Suk.
You've just listened to the voice of God,
my friends.
Because this manifesto is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Would you challenge the voice of God?
Oh, Halifax.
Yeah.
I remember in 2012.
Mekai 2012.
Yeah. Mekan Simbi Ewo Ekosi saying. And I'll repeat it again.
Mesa Kasem no Wahabium.
Yeah, Mesa Kasem no Hansi BM say. The NDC is a party.
NDC party no.
NDC party no. They've mastered the art of lying. Yes. And if you get in at the first indoctrination, what am I saying?
Like you've been doing for 4 years and came to cry just last 2 weeks.
Me sure me ni anime ti han say nyina na. You didn't come up. it would be unfair to me say e bi ankomo e di wo chire no be ba betina say because ye wodwumadi aye
this is an A+ here.
Fatum ye be ka wo wodi enkomo.
This is an A+ here.
Nti no de me nko ho. But knowing certain facts. Na obetina say wani politics inti no. Now what can some no like
himself, he's describing himself.
Into young fan of back. Facts ben e wo ho facts ben e wo ho politics inti omo aka no tra.
Okay, facts 1. Ye nuane me omu nim say Exim Bank facility I wo ho no the president himself instruct to Exim Bank say omuntwa $10 million into ho Pharma industry.
Socrates, Socrates, I'll let you go. No, I want to say this. Socrates, please. You are on record. Just 2 weeks ago, Mebao, there's a video circulating. It's gone viral. You yourself saying, say, you don't have information. Please, don't come and lie. I'm telling you. If you're on video, say, sometimes you better information. Somebody should tell them it is there. So all you are saying are lies.
Bulldog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma would specialize now no man.
Because
this
guy is a liar.
Oh, Sadiq.
Talk about me.
Munya Butre, Bulldog, Uti.
About me,
Bulldog, Uti. For the fact says Safosi and yet they be no information. And it's so interested you're back in your
but also need information for 3.5 years.
Or see, sometimes we don't have. And also interested so information on the information we can so what.
I mean, person me catch and say we are Safofo now uton manu ne.
Safo, madam the mic no. Safo, madam the mic no. Ghana for you. Ko.
One fast what you say? Yeah, some will give us the usual comic relief, and then we move on. And it's good for the show. What you say?
That's a good job.
Yeah, into the biya one fast now,
go ahead.
Not being distracted, no. You announced several times. Industry
Safo, who share almost 17 point manifesto and some can bank if we ask them.
No, Mpacho.
I'll be proof Mpacho. I have my details on when, who announced it.
Money can answer me. Then
no, I just want the details, but you need to ask him.
If you will be honest and not be an NDC.
Say, we can
cry. NDC. Wouldn't say Exim Bank $10 million. Aware.
Why did $10 million in the buy?
Exim Bank.
Why did $10 million in the buy?
If you will,
what I'm saying, this
for the creative industry, yes.
Hey, Socrates.
You see?
Hi, I'm going to tweet it now.
Yeah, tweet it.
Socrates
yes,
says the MPP has made available $10 million.
Yes,
to the Exim Bank.
Yes,
for the creativers.
Yes,
when? Since when?
Yes, it's been there ever since for about 2 years now. Announce it.
Be more access. Me
pacho Tobase.
Socrates.
Who shall from poor man's number? Freno.
Have you accessed it?
You see the challenge about that money, and they say we realize for us in the industry, accessing such money from an organized bank like Exim Bank, it's a bit of a challenge.
Exim Bank is a commercial bank.
A commercial bank.
Oh, okay.
A commercial bank.
So for the MBSA says $10 million no omu chiche bi mu anye bi.
Oh, Halifax.
Yes.
Me kasa. Me say omu announce here no. It's available for everybody. But uko says here there is a problem with it. Ye ni omu shia sa omu say this is their challenge. And me can say the challenge is because of the requirement from a commercial bank. As an artist, you a creative person, yes. Their requirement you can meet it.
What do you mean?
Then comes the point.
Say $10 million be wo.
Yes.
Say $10 million be wo ho ampa. And
now
Safo
there is no holding barrier.
Safo me jawa bomo. Sadiq nyabotre. Enti Safo say $10 million be wo ho ampa. Sadiq ko mic no kra wo off. You can obi anti you. Safo,
Yes.
$10 million be one Pama creative art.
Yeah.
And now what we can't try say because of technicalities, nobody can access it. Yeah, quite an eye.
Okay, me pacho. Exim Bank, bank on its own. No more requirements.
What is the use of that money if we cannot access it?
That is why Halifax.
Yes.
A commercial bank, you are say you need money.
Uh-huh.
A commercial bank has been
Either commercial or private. What is the use of money that you are telling us we cannot access?
That is the lies that we are talking about.
Listen, security men working at
Halifax.
they are accessing loans, and you are saying crazy people cannot access loans. Security men here to 500 cities, 300 cities, they are accessing loans.
Bulldog, Halifax.
Why?
Who I need to find out something. I'm doing some checks. Somebody has asked me message saying,
are you well?
Mr. Soke said, who specifically from government made the announcement?
Are you well?
Because you see, Halifax, last year October,
Bulldog,
Halifax, are you aware?
Men didn't attend.
No, Halifax, are you aware? Say last year October, the minister current, I'm saying it on record, at the forum that we went to at National Theatre, said that this year 2020 February the fund was going to be available. So Ketia is saying that 2 years ago the fund has been announced. So the minister asked at October, I'm quoting here.
The fund was announced last 2 years, but the minister in February said it will be available. Second edition BNM.
Inconsistent. That's what I'm saying to Soke. So on can't tell me from government. So government, they have officials. Announcements, government correspondences are done from organizations and the individuals working for government. Who within government? He's saying here. I want you to quote on authority.
Or see on Mampengin.
President Nana Addo Neka. So okay, Nana Addo Neka said, Wama, he's laid down $10 million for the creative industry. No, Halifax, Socrates here. I need him to understand. I need to understand. Socrates, Mr. Nana Addo Neka said, well, only $10 million for industry.
Halifax.
Before last year,
Halifax.
I'm
quoting from Ghana Web.
You come back to the technicalities you were raising.
Yeah. No, but I have the facts here. Go to Ghana Web. Halifax.
Okay, me too.
No, I need a document from Jubilee House, not that Ghana Web.
Safo.
15th March 2018.
You can hear him, but listeners cannot hear him, so focus.
15th March 2018. Exim Bank embarked for entertainment industry. Exim Bank, 10 million loan earmarked for creative entertainment industry.
Okay.
Exim Bank, it's here.
Good. But you've explained.
What am I here?
Safo.
Don't be silly.
So are you focusing?
I'm focusing.
When you do this, you make my way very difficult.
Okay.
And then when you don't listen, I leave you to, and then it becomes chaotic. I've called you 3-4 times. Safo, focus on me.
Okay.
Focus on me. See, who patrons? Okay, you've proven say announcement has been made.
Yes.
You are explaining why the money cannot be accessed.
Yes.
What are the fine details of these technicalities?
Okay, the normal thing we call commercial bank no call Giscana. Requirements, standard requirements. What am I saying? No na you say per the structure of the industry in the and go through to combat the interest rates and the technical requirements. So what we did was that there was a special case made. What am I saying? Say, create a special window for the arts. They are working on it now. But in between time, they are
working on it now.
in between time, we contact Ministry of Tourism, the GTA, Tourism Fund. We had negotiations with them, and then they gave us a special project. A film support project. That is not going to be the only one. There is also going to be another support for other sectors.
Okay, meba. Enti Rex meba. Safo. Enti $10 million said that Exim Bank.
Yeah, our hostel.
See, because of the technicalities, you spoke about interests.
Yes, interest requirements, bank requirements, the normal bank, commercial bank requirements.
Creative has spoken to me, mate.
Yes.
Good. Enti most soon called GTA.
Yes.
And a GTA mom another facility.
Yes.
Tress say the $10 million is now a white elephant.
No, it's still there for if you can apply. You can meet it. You can go. Halifax.
Yes.
Halifax.
To what? $10 million. No, the bank is still there. The money is still there.
Okay, yeah.
Please, you've been speaking for the past how many minutes?
I say
Time
fresh.
kakra,
What do you want to say again? You said the money is there. Where you at it?
I say fresh. I say sell Ajimi.
Stop this art of lying.
Oh.
You see, Shelley Frimpong Manson
Halifax.
evidence she has been.
Rex, his mic is off.
Halifax, I want to prove to
So Chris,
Socrates say he is still the biggest liar.
on what issue?
The bank,
Uh-huh.
Exim Bank, is not a commercial bank to start with. Exim Bank was set up by an Act 911, 2016, to first facilitate the country's international trade and promote its capacity and its competitiveness in the international marketplace. The bank is a development one, not a commercial one. It is therefore not regulated by the first a central bank like counterpart Exim Bank around the world.
So what are the what is the difference between what I'm saying?
You say it's a commercial bank.
And then you go for that loan, don't you pay your friends interest rates?
Massa.
You don't pay interest rates.
Massa, you don't know what you're
Don't
talking
you
about.
pay interest rates?
But every loan comes with an interest rate. So
And don't they have requirements?
Percentage that makes a
Don't
difference.
they have requirements? When you say something is a commercial bank, what do you mean? They are doing it for profit.
What is this?
What
guy
am I saying?
talking about?
4 years. Less than 3 months to election. You are still sitting here talking and the 10 million. How many people haven't filled forms through your so-called whatever, and nobody has gotten anything? My mark 600 million for and whatever. What is the name? That long name.
Haven't you applied?
Have you given me a penny? I applied it on purpose. Have you given me a penny? Have you given me a penny?
You know, sir.
DJ Bosco, Rex Omanyam no wahi. Na studio high here too much.
You got, have you taken some? Have you taken some? You yourself.
Mr. Kasim has Kasim.
But I say I hope first I hope that outside the 21 cry.
Kasim has cancel for 2 years. 2 years. Normal expenditure and payment and everything. Crown, they've not received it. If indeed there's money to be paid.
You've not been paid for 4 years.
For 4 years they have not been paid. Beautiful picture.
Halifax, I'm watching at something right here. Last year, December, out of the November offense and Ministry of Barbara Tinjesi, she said the $10 million. So when they also ready, 2018, where the 2019, also $10 million approved for KTV's industry. Also President Akufo-Addo has directed the Ghana Export Bank to make available $10 million facilities for the players.
Oh, it was not a lie.
Oh, TAT. Oh, now I'm saying to you that you said 2018. I'm saying to you that the minister.
You were not listening.
No, the minister
you were not
said.
listening to me.
The minister said the money will be available February 2020.
See, you were not listening to me.
If I'm lying,
but you the minister. So there is a So there is a $10 million.
Who said that? No.
There is a $10 million. So there is a $10 million after all.
Don't do that.
There is a $10 million. Why is it? What are you reading?
Can anybody access it?
What are you reading?
Can anybody access it?
Why is it?
As if for I didn't
I don't need it. Munko.
Savo.
Halifax.
No. Savo, who say you don't need the funds?
I don't need that loan.
Okay.
I don't need a loan. I don't need a loan.
Mate, my man,
Yeah.
let me end with the NDC people. Sadiq, Rex Omar, any bulldog. 4 years ago, are you listening to me? What MPP did was to resource its Creative Arts for Change group. No more call house to house, door to door, room to room. Mudia no, I can't be 2 minutes. Oh, they were resourced. So how are you going about it? Say yeah, and I'm yet door to door because I would want to see the Bulldogs, the Selassie Ibrahims, the Mr. Beautifuls doing what Creative Arts did in 2016.
Let me just say this before they come. These are the official mouthpieces. And let me say this. Listen, you see, in our sector, we are special people. We are special people because we are stakeholders. We are investors.
Where the we means who?
Everybody, every. You know,
I thought you meant NDC.
No, wait. Oh, let me land. I'm not even landed.
If you don't let him answer the question, I will sign out.
Okay, no, sorry, please. Now, so I'm saying we don't need to be resourced. We will do this with our knees on the ground to make sure that this lying government. So it is your friend is Papa.
Hey, Masa.
Look, Alpha Socrates here saying, say, NDC are lying and all of those things. Look,
forget about Socrates and tell me about your campaign.
If they did a single of the 18 promises they promised to the creative,
they said they would do one in October.
Listen.
Okay, so let me answer your question.
Yeah,
3 months to election.
We believe in our party. We believe in our party's principles and what they promise to do for the people of Ghana, and we will do everything to make sure that our party come to power. If we have to crawl, if we have to spend our own personal monies, that is what we are going to do.
Halifax.
Yes, Afo.
Yeah.
In which capacity are you sitting here? I want to know. In which capacity? Who sent you here? Who sent you here? Is it MPP?
Therefore, therefore, and I sure no koye de sa am your idea dem
Nana is incompetent.
Now you are show no pon. Safo. Yeah, pon. Why?
Okay, medo asipa say woman okwenye. Ni enu media senior American. The facts are on the ground.
Radio stations ekutemu Ghana na ama no ne bro ha ene ye ato peacefmonline.com peacefmonline.com here live on Facebook Peace 104.3 Peace 104.3 and afi YouTube so despite media
na and somewhere na ma we be and say o man